This was one of my favorite chapters of the Chainsaw Man manga, and the reason for that lies in the way how in this chapter the main plot twist was slowly uncovered, which gave me unsettling vibes that I have never felt reading this manga except the events with the Darkness Devil. This whole chapter felt like it was slowly sloping downward into Yuko's real identity, which we had no clue until now. But before we go more in depth into Yuko's reveal, let's take a look on the development of Asa's and Yoru's relationship. Just as I said in my last video, Yoru would take Denji's confession more seriously since its motivation for finding the Chainsaw Man is greater than Asa, but all Yoru got from questioning Asa's lack of interest on Denji's reveal was essentially being called stupid. Their interaction is so funny because Asa's arguments for Denji lying are all on point, and in theory she makes perfect sense why there was no chance that Denji was the Chainsaw Man. But the problem is that she has yet to find out how chaotic and counterintuitive Denji's behavior really is. I mean, even Yoshida has just started to kind of comprehend his behavior. And not only that, but Asa's and Yoru's relationship dynamic looks like it's starting to change, where now it seems that Asa is in charge of the decisions that are going to be made moving forward. And she's doing this by outsmarting Yoru and bringing out of the War Devil feelings of inferiority, and also making the War Devil spend more time thinking and figuring out the plan to find the Chainsaw Man on its own. And props to Asa for figuring out how to outsmart the War Devil, even though this devil has the ability to hear her thoughts. But how long can Asa keep this kind of push and pull act till Yoru gets tired of its own plans being postponed all the time? Just as I said in the beginning of this video, I love this whole interaction between Asa and Yuko, because it started normally with them talking and reflecting on their past, to Yuko out of nowhere starting to sound like a cold-blooded assassin. And the most bizarre thing about her confession was how incongruent her thoughts were with her body language, and saying everything in such a casual manner and expecting for Asa to accept all of this as normal just because now they are best friends. You can argue that Yuko's behaviors could have been influenced by the Justice Devil, but I doubt that it explains her whole narrative. She already told Asa about her not having any friends, and this might have been only a glimpse to her past, which I would assume that might have been a troubled one. Maybe we'll find out more about her past in the upcoming chapters, but what we can extract from her conversation with Asa is that Yuko has struggled with loneliness before she met her. We can assume that when she tells Asa that she read in a book that sharing secrets is how you make friends, but that would be common sense for everyone who has had friends growing up, but Yuko had to learn that in a book. Another thing that I found really interesting was how happy she was that now she has the ability to read minds due to the Justice Devil, and the reason that this makes her happy was because she apparently has had problems with understanding people before. That makes you wonder about what kind of relationship she has had with her parents, or what kind of mental consequences has her parents' death left her with. Her past is also important to figure out her warped sense of justice, which we see in this chapter. I remember in chapter 101, Yuko was saying how she thought of herself as a manga hero who together with Asa could fight devils, and the way she was imagining these scenarios looked a little bit childish and unrealistic, but now that she has the power of a devil, things might change depending how Yuko will choose to use this power. But in the last panel, she looks like she's up to no good, telling Asa not to come to school, which means that it might get ugly. And what makes this panel so terrifying is that now we know that Yuko might do whatever she wants to as long as she deems it justified. We can only now speculate, but we will see in the future how are Yuko's plans and ideas going to be manifested, and how will Asa react to this unexpected change in Yuko's demeanor. Fujimoto keeps surprising us with his major curveballs, and I can't wait to see what kind of madness he's cooking for the future chapters. And as always, I want to thank you for your attention and make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more Chainsaw Man content. Take care and I will see you next time.